Shwanta, boys and girls, and welcome to your maths lesson today. So your LO today is to be able to use a calendar correctly. Before you start on the activity, however, we would love you to practice your times tables, and we have suggested that you use a website called Grand Prix Multiplication. When you load it, it looks like this. It's a really fun way of either competing against other children online or competing against one of your family members or friends. You can do that by creating your own private game. Please do not use your name as your username, so make up something different. You can then create a password, share that with family or friends, and then you can play against them and see who can move the quickest around the Grand Prix track by answering times tables questions. So let us know what you think of the game, perhaps on the stream or on the assignment. I'm sure you will enjoy it. So once you've done that, click back then on the assignment and have a look at the PowerPoint, and it's all about how to use a calendar. So when you click on it, it will look like this, and share the LO, which is to use a calendar correctly. So first of all, I would like you to pause the video at this point in a second, and I would like you to answer all of these questions and then press play when you are ready. Okay, hopefully you've managed to answer these questions either to yourself or with a parent. So what is the 6th month of the year? That is June. What season is October in? And that is autumn. Which month comes before April? Well, that is March. During which month is bonfire night? That is November. On what date is New Year's Eve? That is the 31st of December. Now, trying to remember how many days are in each month can be quite tricky, even for adults. And so there is this rhyme that you might want to try and spend some time trying to learn, because it will help you to remember how many days are in each month. And I actually still use it as an adult, because sometimes I forget. And it goes like this. 30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest of 31, except February alone, which has but 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year. Okay, but what is a calendar? Well, a calendar is a way to keep track of the days, weeks, and months in a year. If there were no calendars, it would be extremely difficult for people to keep up with important events. Now, I know that most people now actually don't have a printed calendar and use a calendar on a phone, but regardless of whether it is on a phone or a piece of paper, a calendar generally looks the same. So I've got an example of what June looks like as a calendar, and we're just going to go through some questions together. So the first question is, how many days are in this month? So I'm going to look at the largest number, which is 30. So I know that there are 30 days in June. On which day does the month begin? Okay, so I'm going to look at the number 1 because I know the month begins on the 1st of the month. Then I'm going to look up at the day and I can see that it begins on a Monday. Make sure you remember capital letters, please, for the days of the week and for the month, because they are all proper nouns. How many Fridays are in this month? So I'm going to go across to Friday and then I'm going to count how many Fridays there are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no number here, so I don't count it. There are 4 Fridays in the month of June. On which day will the next month start? Well, I know that there are 30 days in June, so the next day must then be a new month. It must be July. So the 1st of July is here. I look up to the day and it's going to be on a Wednesday. Then it asks, what is the date of the 2nd Saturday in the month? So I go up to Saturday, then I look at the first week is the 6th. So the second week is the 13th, Saturday the 13th of June, okay? It's on the 13th. So then on the next slide here, I've now got an example of the 2020 calendar for the entire year, okay? So I want you to have a look, sorry if it's a bit small, but have a look at the calendar and I want you to try and work out what day your birthday is on this year. So you might have already had it or it might be coming up, and tell a parent. Okay, so then it says on here, my birthday was the 2nd Monday in April. So first of all, I'm going to go across to April. Then it said the 2nd Monday. So there's no number here on the top line. So the first Monday is there, is the 6th. So the 2nd Monday is the 13th. So my birthday's on the 13th. Then it says, what day will bonfire night fall on this year? So bonfire night, remember the 5th of November. So I go to November, then I go to number 5, and I look up, And I know that that T, because it's after Wednesday, is a Thursday. So once you've finished this video, then you need to click on the assignment, and then you will need to have a look at one of